Can someone inform me of my purpose here? Cause for the last 30 years it's been quite unclear, and everybody walks around like they just don't care. Me, I walk around like I just don't fear, cause I'm done playing nice and I'm done shedding tears. I'm looking for some answers. Does anybody know why we let this money control the whole globe? Or why we give a fuck about their jewels or their gold? Or why we all follow these rules that they wrote, but we keep rolling with it cause the wheels ain't broke? I keep hoping that I get it, but I still can't cope. Been slipping for a minute, about to let go of the rope. Guess nobody cares if there's kings and there's queens, so I keep getting pissed, slitting wrists in my dreams, waking up with sweats cause the screams are extreme, plotting on a scheme to defeat their regime. Deep down inside I know I can't make a difference, so I'm angry all the time. Better try to keep your distance. All I really need is some love and assistance from the drugs and addictions and the bugs in my system. Please God, can I have some answers before I die? Cause I know my heart's beating but I don't feel alive. Wanna die for a reason but I'm not sure why, and I keep trying reason but I'm lost inside.
I'm angry and lately I hate me,
and there's no one here to
save me or change me. I'm breaking.
Can you see how deep my
pain bleeding? Frankly, I may need
someone here to
chain me, restrain me, to face me.
I'm so lost inside, I'm
angry and lately I hate me,
and there's no one here to
save me or change me. I'm breaking.
Can you see how deep my
pain bleeding? Frankly, I may need
someone here to
chain me, restrain me, to face me, to face me.
I'm abandoned and damaged, and damn it, this planet got me feeling so stranded. This ain't the way I planned it. I'm abandoned and damaged, and damn it, this planet got me feeling so stranded. This ain't the way I planned it. Does anybody know what's really going on? Cause I feel like a pawn being conned all along. We all form opinions and hold them so strong, while the truth hides behind the right and the wrong. Only thing we talk about is what's on the news, what's in the paper, who's playing who. They wanna keep us entertained, keep us dumbed down, keep us enslaved, and keep us drugged out. Throw us in a cage when we flip and bug out, pull a gun out till they take our guns now. We all sitting ducks in a hunter's clubhouse, but you don't give a fuck until the fun runs out. You mean no more iPads, no more cellular phones? Do I really gotta make this cell my home? There's no fighting back, better act like a clone. Learn to follow codes, better act like you know. I feel like I missed some type of meeting or something. As far as I know, there's no meaning to nothing. I try to pretend someone needs me for something, start playing in the system and feeling disgusting. Only one who knows that the all-seeing eye got me stuck in this trap with evil on both sides. Try to keep me blind, but I can read between the lines. I can feel it in the vibe. I'm so lost inside.
I'm angry and lately I hate me,
and there's no one here to
save me or change me. I'm breaking.
Can you see?
What's up, everyone? This is Derek with the Conscious Resistance Network. I'm here in the Jackalope Freedom Festival in Arizona. We're in the forest, and I'm talking with a new friend here. I wanted to bring you the story of someone who inspired me earlier. I got to hear his music, and if you listen to my work, you follow my work, you know that I believe that we're going to really affect change not only by having the philosophical revolution, the mental revolution, but by connecting with people through music and through the arts and getting involved in the community and spreading the message that way. So anytime I hear somebody who's doing music that's not just pushing the mainstream narrative or just telling people just to get fucked up and just party and just, you know, ignore and all that kind of stuff, you know, but to try to empower people, I want to highlight that. So first of all, tell us who you are, tell us what you're about.
All right, well, my hip-hop handle is Fetti Profoun, and I've been doing music in the Phoenix metro area since high school, honestly. But my first breakthrough was kind of like 2006 when the Phoenix New Times wrote about me, and that was kind of like my breakthrough. But as I've developed and progressed as a person in just the knowledge, you know, esoteric knowledge and, you know, what's going on with the world, and as I've researched those types of things, you know, it progressed my music to a different level as I've become awake as a person. You know, when I first started rhyming, I was just an unconscious, you know, what I refer to as sheeple, you know what I mean, to be honest with you. And I was just kind of like that. And then as I've, you know, learned a lot and, you know, looked into, you know, things that are going on around us, I realized that, you know, if I'm going to be making music, it should be of relevant content that's important for the next generation to hear and observe for some type of change in the world, pretty much.
So how would you describe your music? You know, what and in what terms? I mean, obviously it's not just standard like hip hop, and it definitely from what I heard earlier, it sounded more like you you like you said, poetry. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's what I consider myself first and foremost, because you know, you get stuck into these labels, and I think that's what the major problem with society. I mean, that's a huge problem with society, in my opinion, is how everybody wants to label something. You're a Republican, you're a Democrat. Well, why can't you have Republican thoughts and Democratic thoughts at the same time? Of course, you can. And I guess, you know, when people say I'm a rapper, that comes with the connotation of like, fuck bitches, get money. You know what I mean? Like, and that's, I'm not that rapper anymore. And so I consider myself a poet. You know, that's what it's been like about to me from the very beginning. You know.
so, you know, who are some of your inspirations? Because I'm, especially on the Conscious Resistance on our channel and on the website, I'm always trying to do like a weekly spotlight of musicians of all genres who are doing, you know, putting out there that positive content, getting people thinking, looking outside the box. What are some of your inspirations?
Man, you know, the thing is even I feel like rap music back in the day, when it was less commercialized and unsensationalized, and you know, it wasn't so mainstream, a lot of those artists had relevant content that they were talking about, especially in their communities. They weren't really looking at it, I feel, as like a worldly aspect. It was more like, in my community, this is what's happening to me. And so, you know, back in the day, artists like, you know, Tupac Shakur, gotta give him love. You know, even the mainstream back in the day was great music. These days you kind of have to dig to find the people that will influence you. And today, I think if I had to pick some people, Immortal Technique would be a huge influence for me, as well as I really feel this rapper named Locksmith. I think you should look into him, man. He's a poet, and I just think that there's a lot of good musicians out there. You just have to dig for them. You know what I mean? It's not as simple to find them any longer. But you know, my favorite artist of all time is Otis Redding. He's not even hip hop. He's my favorite artist of all time. I consider him the greatest musician of all time. Behind him, you know, I really love Tupac. I mean, I'm really influenced by him. And you know, it seems strange that a white person would be into Tupac as much as me, but I think that, you know, if you look at like the Black Panther Party and a lot of things that they were saying, they were Huey P. Newton was talking about imperialism, and imperialism is the problem. And I think a lot of these artists realize that, and I'm down for anybody trying to make a change. It doesn't matter what their ethnicity is or whatever. There is no label to me. You know, if you're trying to make a change, trying to make open people's eyes and pass that knowledge, then I'm with it. You know.
Awesome, for sure. I'm with that too, man. So, just I guess one last question. You got any words of advice? Any words of wisdom, or as far as solution, positive things for those people out there who, you know, I heard you earlier, one of your songs talking about getting lost in the rabbit holes, and I think, you know, most of the audience will probably identify with that in some way. When you first start waking up to a lot of the world, you can just go down and just do mad research, and you can get lost in that. And I've seen a lot of people get lost in that, in the sense that they get stuck in the fear and they just think it's hopeless. You know, there's no way to fix anything. So, you know, anything positive, any solutions, ideas in that front?
Man, you know, I don't, to be honest with you, I feel like I don't have the answers. I'm gonna be real. I don't think my mind is that mind to come up with the answer. I don't feel like I'm that person, and I don't think I'll have that before I die. But what I do try to focus on is spreading the knowledge and spreading the truth, and I think that's something that I can do, you know, and I focus on that. My gift is writing poetry, speech, and I take that gift of writing and freedom of speech, and I just try to pass that on to the next generation. So as far as falling down the rabbit hole, I think it's inevitable. You're gonna fall down this rabbit hole if you start looking into things. What the true answer, in my opinion, is whatever you come to the conclusion of, that is what should be. That is what should have happened. So therefore, whatever rabbit hole you fall down, you know, that was meant to be and meant to happen. And I hope internally you find that peace. You know, and that's really where
find your own truth.
Find your own truth. That's really all I have to say. I couldn't tell you what is right and wrong. I could just tell you that they're lying about a lot of shit. There's a lot of lies out there. You know what I mean?
So where can people find? I mean, you put out an album, right?
Yeah, I've put out a lot of albums in my life. The last 3 albums I feel are my best albums. Most recently is my favorite album. It's called Thought Criminal, kind of a spoof off the 1984 George Orwell Thought Crime. And then before that, my album was Bottom of the Pyramid, because I started feeling like that's where everyone resides, is the bottom of the pyramid. And then before that was My Conviction. And I'm working on a lot of new stuff. I'm gonna have a lot of music in my 30s. I'm living my 30s like it was my 20s. You know, 30s is the new 20s. That's what I'm saying.
Awesome. So where can we download or check you on YouTube?
Yeah, you can go to my website. What my movement is it's the Relisha, the Revolution Militia. That's RILITIA, Relisha.com. And that is also an acronym. It stands for Revolution is Living in the Insides of All. And I truly believe that. And you can download my album for free off of my website, Relisha.com. You can find me on my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com /Fetti Profoun. And you can download all my music off there as well. We're gonna get this last track, then I'll leave you guys alone. Hope you guys having a good time out there. Most important thing in this life is family and friends, and all this stuff is really not that important. Love.
I can still remember the first time I picked up a pen. Such an interesting concept, living through context. I used to write rhymes just to leave this world, escape for a minute from the hate that was in it. But all of a sudden it was hard to see and distinguish between what was written and me. Reality tends to be what you make it to be. So I'm lost in depression, soon to learn a lesson. Pen in control of my past and my present. All I need to do is rewrite my scripture, but can't find a vision to repaint my picture. So what have I become? Can I be free from my mind? Rip a page, write a rhyme. Everything is fun. Can I still be real if every line is a lie? Will I actually die if I say I wanna die? Well, till the day of my demise, it's gonna be my pen and iron witches.
So close together. So close together.
This track's called So Close. It's about the things that are most close to you in life.
So close together.
I can still remember the first time I met my wife. I glanced in her eyes and saw the love of my life. She ain't know it, I ain't show it, just another interaction from two lost souls that were passing through traffic. Could this really end up in love that's everlasting? Or will this end up another heartbroken disaster? 1 year, 2 year, 3 years pass. Either she's the one or time's just moving fast. It's a combination of both. Getting harder to cope with the thought of her leaving. Thought of me being one against the world just feels uneven. Me without my girl, will my heart keep beating? She's the only one there and the only one who cares. The only reason left to write a rhyme or say a prayer until the day of my death. She gon' be right here and I'ma be right there to provide for my wife and I. And we're just
so close together. So close together. So close together. So close together.
I remember the moment the nurse placed her in my arms. I vouched to myself I would never see her harmed and never do her wrong. I will never be gone. I'm a father to a daughter that's forever a bond. I'ma be a best friend in this life for advice, give her